Bergeron's LSU Tigers set to close out their October schedule with a march down Victory Hill in Baton Rouge. The nation's #2 team looking to keep their perfect record intact today. And all eyes will be on the nation's hottest quarterback, Joe Burrow. Even Mike the Tiger smells something in the air. A streak of Tigers from the plains of Auburn ready to ambush in Death Valley. And so the tale of top 10 Tigers will be told today as the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings you to Death Valley. Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. It's the second-ranked undefeated Tigers of LSU against the once-beaten and 9th-ranked Tigers of Auburn. 102,000 on hand for the 54th renewal of these SEC West Giants. And we welcome you to Death Valley. I always love that term. Welcome to Death Valley, where dreams come to die.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't. Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson, partner. This is where it starts to get serious now.
It really does. There are 5 teams in the Southeastern Conference that still control their destiny. The one team people don't remember is Auburn. Now, they've had a tough schedule, but if they beat the #2 team today, the schedule tilts that way and they get some home games. Big football game.
To have a team as good as Auburn, an undefeated team, a #2 ranked team, you got to have stars on both sides of the field, and they've got them.
They surely do. When LSU plays football right now, they've got stars on both sides of the field. Grant Delpit, a safety. They've got some safeties here. Tyrone Matthew, Jamal Adams, but none any better than this guy. Grant Delpit is interchangeable. He'll line up all over the football field, make plays in the secondary or at the line of scrimmage. He's a game breaker, and their defensive coordinator, Dave Aranda, places him in different spots the whole football game, but they've got a star at quarterback now. Joe Burrow. No one's playing better. No one's hotter. On 3rd down, it used to be at LSU, which way do we run the draw? This year is which direction do we throw a first down pass? A lot different.
Last year in this game was almost like the coming out party for Joe. It was the first time he threw for over 200 yards. He might do that by halftime today. I don't think I'd want to be in his cleats today looking at the Auburn defense.
No, Auburn has stars, and at the right spot. They've got 2 stars that if you're going to stop Joe Burrow, you need him to put on his back. And that's what Derek Brown, 2 #1 draft choices, Derek Brown and Marlon Dickinson. They both came back, Marlon Davidson, excuse me. They both came back to play this year. They come back as stars, and they could be game breakers. The question for Auburn is, where do they get the star on offense? Is it their quarterback? Still pretty young. They've got 2 capable wide receivers, but a true freshman quarterback that has to throw them the ball. I think the star on offense has to be their game caller right here. What does he have to do, Brad? How about come up with something?
Well, he's got a bag of tricks. It's almost Halloween. We'll see if it's a bag of treats today. LSU won the toss. Auburn will receive before we have any of that. 3rd member of our team is Jamie Iredall. Jamie?
Brad, it was just 3 weeks ago this Auburn team traveled to Gainesville, Florida to be handed the lone loss of their season. And if you ask Bo Nix, his ears just stopped ringing. Now, it's understandable to try to figure out what happened to the true freshman quarterback in that game that was so unlike any other this season. And he would have a 2-word answer for you: the swamp. He told me the louder that stadium got, the faster the game got for him. And he didn't appreciate how much time would be eaten up by calling out plays to each of his linemen. Now, Auburn has repped this a lot over the last couple weeks to make that communication more efficient, and things look better for Bo Nix last week, but he's got another nasty 2 words coming at him today, Brad: Death Valley.
Yes, exactly. If he thought it was loud in the swamp, wait until he gets a load at Tiger Stadium. 30 wins for LSU, 22 for Auburn. There's been 1 tie. And the home team does pretty well in this matchup of Tigers. Avery Atkins, an Auburn, Alabama native of all things, will tee it up to kick off for LSU. And Sean Shivers and Matthew Hill will be back deep for Auburn. This is when it starts getting fun, folks. They'll let it go, and Auburn will come out to the 25-yard line. As we check our Chick-fil-A starting lineups, and it starts with the guy that Jamie just spoke of, a freshman who enrolled in January, and here he is in a hot spot. Bo Nix, 11 passing touchdowns, 3 on the ground. He's had a touchdown pass in every game so far through 7. And he had a career high 3 touchdowns last week in the win over Arkansas. Cam Martin with him in the Tiger backfield on first down. And the throw quickly complete out to Eli Stove, and immediately a first down. A pickup of almost 12 as Grant Delpit makes his first tackle of the day. Here's the offense that joins Bo Nix and company. Anthony Schwartz, they got the ball in his hands a week ago, and it paid big dividends. When we saw him against Florida, he touched it only once. Jacob Phillips in on the stop for the LSU defense that looks like this. Guy that had a career game last week, including a sensational interception, a sack. Jacoby Stevens, one of the long line of excellent safeties in LSU Tiger history. 2nd down and 8. Nix lobs it, incomplete, intended for Stove again. And it was Derek Stingley there to make the play, Gary.
Stingley did not get targeted at all in the last game we did him, but look at edge right here. That's a key matchup. Can Chason be blocked? That time he was.
3rd down for Auburn. 45% on the year on their 3rd down conversions. They looked like it was going to be a hurry up, and now they take their time as they look to the sideline and Gus Malzahn.
Still plenty of time, 15 seconds. That's what Jamie was talking about. Get back and ready with time on the play clock.
Here comes a blitz, a low snap. Nix comes up firing, incomplete, intended for Stove again, and Christian Fulton was right there with him.
And you better be very careful. Derek Stingley has not been targeted a lot, but Christian Fulton was a preseason highly thought of player, All-American mentions. If this ball would have been on target, I think Fulton would have picked it off.
I agree. So they got 1 first down, but then it's punting time. Aaron Sipots to punt for Auburn. And Derek Stingley, who we just mentioned, back at the 20-yard line to return. End over end kick. Not going to get a chance to return this one. Fair catch around the 23-yard line.
First down for the Tigers.
Well, the LSU offense will start in a little bit of a hole as we check the Chick-fil-A starting lineups, and it starts with Joe Burrow, #1 in the country in completion percentage, #1 in the SEC, #2 in the country in passing yardage, and tied for the top spot in touchdown passes. The rest of the offense looks like this, and he gets an added weapon back in Terrace Marshall, who's missed the last 3 games with injury, so he's even got more weapons to play with.
Every step of the way, Joe Burrow has shown a different part of his game. He just keeps growing. He goes from being tough. A year ago, he was clutch in this game, and now he's just on fire.
Has to work from the 12-yard line. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with him in the backfield. 3 wides to his left. He's looking that way. Pump fakes, and now he's going to pull it down and get dropped for a loss of a yard. Owen Papo, a true freshman out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, made the stop. Here's the Auburn Tiger defense. Their safeties, Kevin Steele says, 2 of the smartest guys he's had back there in tandem. They'll be busy today.
And on that play, Jamie and Sherwood, a nickel safety, #9, took away the throw smartly, exactly what they want to do. Have Joe Burrow pull the ball down and allow the pass rush to get to him.
2nd down and 11. The quick throw out to Jefferson here on a little wide with help from his friends trying to get a block from Terrace Marshall. These 3 guys are pretty special. We talk about the Alabama receivers all the time. These guys can play. In fact, Jefferson and Chase are #1 and #2 in receiving yards in the conference.
Had an injury along the sideline here. That's why there's a stoppage of play.
Javarius Davis, I think, is the guy that's down.
Yeah, and one of those outside corners that really this defense is built on. They want to play man-to-man on the outside with Davis and Igbenogany, and then let the safeties kind of double team kind of try to get that. What the offense is trying to do is throw easy slants, and the defense is trying to take the first throw away from Joe Burrow.
Javaris, yeah, we had a Parab guy. One of our guys goes down on that heap too, and also the yard marker. They don't bend very well. Hopefully Javaris is okay. Hopefully our guy's okay as well. They're down at 3. Meanwhile, back on the field where LSU's been really good this year. 51% in their third down conversions. A quick toss, and that one's behind Jamar Chase.
And Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator for Auburn that time, brought 5. Joe Burrow knew he had to get rid of it quickly. Inside technique. Oh, that's an easy throw. That's a miss. Those are the ones he's been hitting. Was the ball tipped?
Oh, went right over
through his arms.
Right over Truesdale's bicep, I think.
Exactly. One more set of curls, and that was blocked.
Von Rosenberg's punt fielded around the 31 by Christian Tutt.
How about that throw?
And a flag down again.
Holding on the kicking team, number 18. 10-yard penalty from dead ball spot. First down.
So that gives Auburn a little bit better field position to work with on offense when we return. There's Kevin Steele talking with his cornerback, who he hopes is going to be okay to come back in. Nix lobs it over the middle, completes it to Schwartz. Schwartz, the fastest guy in football, is out to the 40. Well, we said they had to get him involved, and what a time to get him involved on 3rd and long.
1 yard pass, not even a 1 yard pass, and they pick up the first down. Auburn is basically conceding a punt, and Schwartz's speed gets him the first down.
18 yards on that 3rd and 14. Now they've got it first down at the 40 with LSU. And it's DJ Williams, and a tough yard and a half. Grant Delpit, part of the crew that brought him down.
Brad, in the open we were talking about, can Gus Malzahn find some points for his offense? With this field position right here, I think this may be a huge chance for him to dial up the play. Got one-on-one on down here. Your best 50-50 ball, 18 against Stingley.
They come back, and he hits his receiver, DJ Williams, right in the 3 in the back. But there's a flag, and it's going to be on Patrick Queen.
Pass interference, defense number 8. The penalty will place the ball at the spot of the foul and includes an automatic first down.
Now you saw the bump right about at the 32-yard line.
I tell you, I agree with that call. You know, when you're coming across like that, you look at the man, the ball was in the air, it was in the vicinity. I think you have to make that call.
So with the penalty, they do the sugar huddle there at the 32-yard line with the first down. And this one's tipped, incomplete. Glenn Logan, I think, got a big paw on it on that defensive front for LSU.
With modern day passes, you have to stress your defensive linemen to get your hands up in the air, because you're throwing quick. You don't have chances to get sacks. So when you're about 3 yards from the quarterback, jump up. That's why we recruited you. You're 6'5". Jump up and get in the face of the quarterback.
2nd down and 10. Stove in motion. They give it to Williams. Good gain. Picked up about 5, but it's 3rd down again.
And will Auburn go faster? It does look like they're going to fast. Now do they go with the same play with the read, with the quarterback, and the keep this time?
Williams behind Nix, but Nix just does it himself. Straight ahead. Nice surge, and it's 1st and goal.
So now you wonder if they're going to bring in Gatewood as a running quarterback.
There he comes.
Yeah, no,
Oops, there he goes. He pulled the leash.
I wonder if he can hear our broadcast. Maybe he thought I called him in, and Gus said no.
It was Gus.
Yes. No, that was good.
Just inside the 7, 1st and goal. Nix keeps it again. Might have gotten a yard.
Nix and ball right side.
Showing you Joey Gatewood again saying, okay, I think I heard Gary call it. Nope, wait, no, that was Gary, not me.
Second to go.
So last time LSU blitzed and played man across the board.
Second to go, shotgun.
Just a note, Kerry Vincent back in the game, number 5. He was hit in the back of the head. He's back out there.
Cam Martin, the veteran, comes back into the backfield. Williams goes out. There's Kerry trotting out to the top of your screen on second down and goal.
Balance to the right. Only 2 defenders to the left. It's 2 offensive linemen left.
Nix fires late, incomplete. Knocked away. Christian Fulton on the pass intended for Shedrick Jackson.
Great discipline by this LSU secondary. Delpit's going to get outside and cover the wide man in motion. Takes away the throw to the outside. Nowhere for Nix to go with the football. Has to dump it out of bounds.
Third down and goal. 13th play of the drive coming up.
Smart substitution by LSU. Since Auburn substituted, LSU has an opportunity to bring their guys in without the stress.
Blitz, the fade to the corner and way out of bounds, intended for Seth Williams.
See, I like that call though. Against Florida on 3rd and long, after a penalty, they threw down the middle. They got it picked off. This time, you throw, but you throw in a safe area to the outside. Either your best player gets it, nobody gets it. Stingley had great coverage. Try to take 3 points out of the drive.
So they're going to have to settle for the field goal attempt of Anders Carlson.
Wasn't that bad, bro. It wasn't that bad.
This will be a 30-yard attempt. 8 out of 10 on the year. Made one and missed one last week in the win over Arkansas. And this one's up and good. So a long time consuming drive. The Auburn Tigers, a penalty late, forced them into a field goal attempt. But their freshman quarterback may have gained a little bit of confidence. The LSU defense holds though, and it's Auburn 3-0. I guess it wasn't that long a drive, Gare. 42 yards, but it took 14 plays to do it.
I was pointing to that during the commercial. Well, yep, a lot happened, but it wasn't very far that it took.
Carlson, who hit the field goal, set to kick off. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back, and he'll call for the fair catch at the goal line to bring it out to the 25-yard line. It's a little over a minute to go in the quarter. If you're just joining us, we've got a 30-yard Anders Carlson field goal on the board for Auburn, and that's it so far. And the high-powered LSU offense has been kept pretty much in check by the Auburn defense. See how they do this time from the 11. Joe Burrow loads and now has to reload, and he's knocked down at the 2-yard line. Second sack. Derek Brown, a big fella, causing some havoc on the inside.
You know, sometimes they say it's important just to get in the quarterback's face. But against LSU, it's very important to get a sack. Let me tell you why. Joe Burrow has only had 20 drives coming into this game all year where he didn't produce points. On 8 of those 20 drives, he was sacked during the drive. 3 drives so far, 2 times he's been sacked, no points.
Derek Brown's going to get credit for the sack because he knocked the guard right back into the quarterback.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah,
for sure.
no, I wasn't going to. Joe landed on his most prolific side.
Yes, he did.
From a week ago. Everybody knows that story. That might be the final play of the quarter. That guy is a disruptor. Derek Brown.
So much so that LSU all week in practice had a red hat on the scout team number 5 so they could put their protection to number 5 all week.
First quarter comes to a close in Death Valley. Auburn on the road trying to pull off an upset. They have a 3-0 lead, and we'll return to Baton Rouge after this message and a word from your local station. A lot of great players and great moments over the years in the Tiger Bowl. This is the 54th edition here at Baton Rouge. Start the second quarter. Joe Burrow all by his lonesome inside his own 5-yard line on 3rd down and 12.
Tough call. 3rd and long. 3 sacks already.
Burrow in trouble again. Scrambles away from it. He's going to keep it, trying to get to the sticks, and he does. Oh,
did he get hit?
Did he take a shot from Davis?
Holy Joe can show his toughness. This is how the team fell in love with Joe Burrow against UCF last year. Taking a hit like this and popping right back up to play.
And he said to us yesterday, what was I supposed to do? Say, I quit?
No, he said, it hurt, but what am I supposed to do?
I think that one, he felt that one too, but he got the first down.
Could change the whole tenor of this game for this LSU offense that has been struggling so.
We talked about his toughness last week, and he just took a wicked lick. Here's Barrett Brown again making a play. And we talked about earlier, about an hour ago, we talked about the strength of the Auburn team is number 5 and number 3, and they've been playing that way.
They have. When you can sack the quarterback, everything gets out of sync. I'm wondering, could that have been targeting on Joe? You know, I mean, that was really close, I thought.
On 2nd and 11, he has time this time and goes over the middle, complete to Moss, his tight end. And we take you back to that hit. Gene Sterito, our rules official, with us. Gene, what do you think?
It's good contact, and here's why. Because Burrow is a runner, he's not a defensive player. The only type of targeting we could have is with the crown of the helmet. There, I believe it was delivered to the head neck area, but it was with the shoulder, and I think it's just a good physical play by Auburn.
All right, Gene, Joe's probably saying easy for you to say. Steps up this time again. They harass him in the pocket. He throws late, but he got it complete to Jamar Chase. And another first down.
You know, Brad, one of the, we talked about how Clyde Edwards-Helaire might be underrated as a player, but probably the most underrated thing about Joe Burrow is how good of an athlete he is. All-state point guard in Ohio coming out of high school. He ran the ball 4 times last year against Auburn in critical situations, and he's showing it again today.
They bring the blitz, they pick it up. The throw is incomplete. Is there going to be a flag? Christian Tutt? No, I guess not. Justin Jefferson, the intended receiver.
Justin Jefferson.
Auburn does not intercept a lot of balls because they play a lot of close man-to-man coverage, and the way Kevin Steele teaches it is they play the man, not the ball. They play through the man to the ball.
I think that was a good no call. I think Justin Jefferson just sort of tripped. The field is getting a little choppy out there after the rain we had yesterday and again earlier. And I think he just lost his footing.
Stack formation to try to stay away from the bump and run that Auburn's so good at.
That stack is Marshall and Jefferson. Burrow wanting to throw again. Does. Got it complete. Jamar Chase, first down, LSU.
Give that one to the offensive line. Remember all the pressure that Joe Burrow's been on. This time he had enough time to let that receiver go clear across the field and make the throw.
And the pickup is good for 19 down to the 47. Burrow looking for more. Fires complete down to the 20 and out of bounds, and it's Jamar Chase again.
So you want to play bump and run? You're going to face the back shoulder throw. This time it's Smoke Monday, number 21. Oh, excuse me, it's not number 21, it's 23. Roger McCreary on the outside of the formation playing bump and run. Perfect throw.
19 to Chase, 29 to Chase, and now Burrow going to the corner for the home run ball. Got it. Touchdown, Terrace Marshall. LSU finally got it in gear.
Defense number 4. That penalty is declined. Resulting play, touchdown.
It was Chase, and then Terrace Marshall. Back in the lineup today, and he's got a touchdown.
We asked Steve Emsinger, what does Terrace Marshall bring to the offense? You see him number 6 to the outside. He says red zone scoring. He's a big receiver. Igbenogany gets out of phase, ends up trying to grab Marshall. Would have been a good thing if he could have grabbed him on the play, but it ends up, what a drive and what a scramble by Joe Burrow, withstanding that hit and leading his team down the field.
Cade York for the point after, up and good. So it took a little while for the LSU offense to get in gear, but when they did, as Gary said, could be a game changer by their gutsy, tough quarterback number 9, congratulating his offense that just capped
An 89-yard drive in 10 plays. Jamar Chase with a couple of long balls, and then touchdown number 30 on the year for Joe Burrow, and it's 7-3 LSU. Joe Burrow just engineered an 89-yard drive in 10 plays, went 6 out of 7.
And the Auburn bench was upset. Deculus on T.D. Moulton. There was a grab on the shoulder. The Auburn bench went crazy on the no call. Gus, there you see the end of it. That's the calm part of him going crazy on the play. T.D. Moulton's coming around the outside. He gets grabbed, no call on the right tackle. Austin Deculus and touchdown.
Avery Atkins to kick off. And Auburn will start at the 25 as we check in with Jamie.
Well, Brad, you mentioned this field is getting choppy. Let's just say the drainage system here at Tiger Stadium is less than ideal, especially since yesterday morning when there's been almost 2 inches of rainwater, which is what that looks like, and we're getting a little physical on the field.
Yeah, they break that up.
Well, it doesn't help that there's fighting on the field when there's 2 inches of rainwater is what I was going to show you guys. This is how much water that has accumulated since yesterday morning. They are getting a new field here the immediate second after this last home game is played here at LSU.
Well, if the crowd wasn't fired up before, after that little skirmish on the kick, they are now. He's going to throw incomplete, intended for Seth Williams. Jamie?
Brad, LSU linebacker Patrick Queen went to the locker room for a bit there. He's dealing with a gastrointestinal issue. He had to have an IV put in, but he is back on the field. But it's something to watch in terms of his energy level in this defense.
All right, great. Thanks, Jamie. Just under 8 to go in a half. Low-scoring affair in Death Valley. They run it right into the thick of the LSU defense. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
So how aggressive do you get now? He's got a true freshman quarterback. Still a football game, 7-3. Can't make a mistake at this end of the field.
Nix steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle. Out to the 34 is Malik Miller, but well short of the 1st down.
So here's the difference when you have a young quarterback. Remember, we said Auburn does not like to throw the ball in the middle of the field. Watch Seth Williams come into the middle of the field, and you have a chance to pick it up. But you don't have that experience or the courage to do it. You know, if you got Joe Burrow, you're throwing that ball.
Right.
Bo Nix,
Sipas, who saved a wide snap on his last punt, set to kick away.
Last 5 games, Auburn has not given up 1 yard in punt returns.
Derek Stingley runs over, finally gets to field one, and then dropped it, and Auburn's got it. Jamie and Sherwood covers the muff punt by Stingley.
Jeremiah Dinson, number 20, is the guy that gets down there and makes the tackle. What a play on special teams. Remember, this Auburn coverage team had so many problems early in the season, but lately, the last 5 games, no yards. And was his knee down? Let's look at it one more time. They should replay it. Was his knee down? Catches the ball. It's a little farther back. If we could go a little farther back. Does his knee go down on the catch?
Yes.
I say yes. I say this is coming back, and it's going to be no turnover.
Good eye, Gary.
So they let it stand. So that means, Gene, they didn't have conclusive evidence? Is that what it means?
That's what it means, Gary, and I do agree with that. I think that's a good job by replay.
So a big play and a big opportunity for the Auburn offense at the 22-yard line. Here's a screen to the wide out and a loss of a yard. Stove made the catch, but LSU was waiting on him.
You know, and that's an interesting situation in replay. In that reality, in that situation, the replay official had a better view of it than the official on the field. But he has to go with the call on the field if it's not clear.
Bo Nix will run all the way here on second down. Bo heading for the far sideline, gets run out at the 15 by Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen is the fastest of the linebackers for LSU. Number 8, he's actually spying on the play, gets away and runs down Nix, at least holding him short for a first down.
Did you see Nix? He tried to take the ball away from the official to go get it set up in a hurry. He said, no, I'll do that for you, Bo. You just worry about playing quarterback.
But the substitution by Auburn allows Dave Aranda to get Michael Divinity, his best pass rusher, on the field. You got a blitz here, don't you? If you're Aranda, get after him quick.
Divinity number 45 on that left edge. Third down and 3.
They're coming.
Play action bootleg. Nick's going to throw back the other way and got it complete to his tight end. Shanker's got a first down.
Well, this is the Lutzenkirchen play.
Yes, it is.
Right here. The roll out right, and you said that Gus had to have a bag of trick and treats, and he pulled one out right there.
Got it down to first and goal. Boobie Whitlow is in the backfield. Coming off an injury. You see a left knee brace. His first action in a while. And here he is in the Wildcat. And he's down around the 3-yard line.
And I think it was all part of the plan. I watched warm-ups carefully. He did not take a play in warm-ups. That was part of the plan so that LSU would not see that he was healthy enough to play and get prepared for a Wildcat. What else does Gus have up his sleeve?
He's going to try the same thing twice in a row, it appears. Unless they give it to Schwartz. They fake it to him. Whitlow waits, and gets down to the 1.
Marquel Harrell, number 77, comes around the corner, gets a big block inside, and Whitlow almost gets it. More subs.
Nix comes back in.
Here's their quick huddle. It'll be unbalanced line to the left.
Third and goal at the 1.
Unbalanced left.
Nix, the pitch that way. The run. Is he in? Not quite.
What do you do?
Fourth down. Inches away from the goal line.
I think if you're going to knock off the number 2 team in the country, you got to try to score here.
Whoa. Did he get in? E.J. Williams stretching that ball out.
Whew. Knee was down real close to that line, wasn't it?
Auburn is 2 out of 6 on fourth down this year. None bigger than this one. You look behind Bo Nix and D.J. Williams with him in the Auburn backfield. Nix. Williams pushing him from behind. No signal yet. Touchdown.
Wait, yes. Boy, they waited forever, didn't they? I think your call is right. The push at the end of the play by D.J. Williams. What's the difference? And Spencer Nye comes in late just for a little help. And you saw Gus with a fist pump. Jacob Phillips is on top of the pile. Patrick Queen is in there. Shard Lawrence is in the middle of it. Boom!
There's the boom. Double boom. Anders Carlson for the punt after. Up and good. Remember, it started with a fumbled punt by Derek Stingley as they had to review this too. But that gave Auburn the ball at the 22-yard line. And then it took them 7 plays, and the final 2 feet was Bo Nix from about 2 feet out. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, and it's boom, and it's boom, and it's boom. The this is kind of a bloody nose so far between LSU and Auburn.
Don't go anywhere. This LSU offense can score fast. And remember, they get the ball to start the second half. This is a team that's averaging 50 points a game, and they have 7.
A lot of their touchdowns have come with 3 minutes or less in duration. And Joe Burrow trying to be on Ohio State to LSU Heisman winner. Here he is to throw. A little crossing route to Edwards-Helaire. Got a first down. Got a little bit more and got out of bounds.
He's a handful. Owen Papa, number 10, has a man-to-man linebacker. Right there, middle of your screen. Fake out and in. I'm telling you, this guy is a great football player. He's going to be a load and next level also. Doesn't go down easy. He's quicker on turf than he is on this slow field out here, but he's a handle.
First down, pump fake. Burrow throws across the middle again to Chase. Chase broke the tackle, got a first down, and then bumped out at the 36-yard line.
Big play, getting out of bounds. LSU only has 1 timeout. Getting out of bounds, they're able to save it, meaning they can throw the ball anywhere they want on the field now. This time Brown has slid out wide. This time he's going to face from the outside rush.
Edwards-Helaire flares out of that backfield. Burrow goes complete. Almost a face mask there on Marshall, and there comes a flag. I think somebody got a piece of his helmet.
See, the tough thing, we draw up Derek Brown on his pass rush. Does a decent job, but it's too quick, too easy, and a good call on that play. No
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 21. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Boy, penalties have kept drives alive for both teams today. First and 10 at the 11. They can get a first down actually around the 1-yard line. Joe Burrow throws it to the corner, intended for Jefferson. No flag. Javaris Davis made the play from his cornerback spot.
And Javaris Davis beat Jefferson to the spot that time. Great coverage by the Auburn secondary. They're not going to call that. 2 guys engaged. Perfect coverage. Good no call.
Second down. 1 run during this drive. This will be a pass as well unless Burrow runs it himself. Second down and 10.
Tight end outside, running back outside.
Burrow, pressure coming again. Scrambles, throws late, throws high, throws incomplete to Chase.
That's those Joe Brady formations down there in the red zone. Stress the defense by putting the widest guys on the field, your tight end and running back. But again, good coverage. Oh, I think he was knocked down. Marshall would have got the catch had it not been knocked down by Chase, I believe, on this play. Look at him coming across the back of the zone. He's open, and Chase knocks it down.
Moss, the tight end in motion, will move up to the top of the screen.
No safety in the middle of the field. Nothing.
Joe Burrow takes his time. Throws quickly to his tight end.
That's the goal line defense. They call it sticks or goal line defense. You back up to the goal line and you make them throw the slant in front of you and make the tackle.
Now what do you do? 4th and 1 to go for the field goal.
Yeah, the problem they have here is they do not have any timeouts. And if they get it, you know, you could get up and down the ball, but there'd be like 10, 12 seconds.
Cade York is 10 out of 12 on the year.
The other part of it is they do get the ball again to start the second half.
Cade York, the freshman out of McKinney, Texas, to try to tie things up here. From 20. And the right hash mark. Kick is up. And good. And now the LSU fans will boo Auburn off the field. But you never know. And Derek Brown said, bring it on. We still got 2 quarters to play. Now let's check in with Jamie and Gus.
Coach, was that too big of a risk for Bo Nix to take that shot here in the corner?
We came here to win the game. It didn't work out. We're tied at halftime against a really good team. We'll make some adjustments, come out ready to play in the second half.
If your defense keeps playing the way they are, do you win this game?
Yeah, we definitely do.
Coach, thanks.
Thanks.
There you go.
I thought it was a fair chance. Throw the ball down, 50-50 ball in that play. You've got a freshman against your best guy. Didn't work.
End of the half. Both Tigers with 10 as we head to Adam Zucker and the guys in our New York studio. Zuck. We're deadlocked at 10 as we start the third quarter in Death Valley. And LSU will get the football first. Anders Carlson has got it teed up. Number 2 and number 9 in the country, even at 10. Line drive, Edwards-Helaire will let it go. LSU will come out to the 25-yard line with Joe Burrow and company. We welcome you back, everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jamie's down on the field here in a minute. Okay, 10-10 tie, partner.
Right.
What's the best of? I'll give you a best of. What's the best thing for Auburn, best thing for LSU?
Okay, best thing for Auburn. Two things. Their defensive line isn't having an impact.
Yep.
And they haven't given up any big plays. Best news for LSU, their only touchdown drive after a turnover, 22 yards. So Auburn has not proved they can move the ball against LSU, and Auburn's defense has been a factor in this game.
That'll be what LSU can do with its first offensive set of the third quarter. The give, Edwards-Helaire. And he goes out for about 5 as we check in with Jamie Rodall.
Well, Brad, for the least penalized team in the SEC, Coach Ogeron told me took way too many penalties in the first half. He said this team was too emotional to start this game. Even on that kickoff coverage, Racy McMath started to fight with one of his own teammates, and Ed Ogeron had to come over and calm him down. He wants that emotion to turn into physicality also.
Here's a throw to Thaddeus Moss for the first down for LSU. Son of the Hall of Famer Randy Moss is becoming more and more part of their offense.
You know, it really felt like Joe Burrow was bottled up. He threw for over 200 yards in the first half.
23 out of 28 for 220 now, and looking for another, and got it complete to Edwards-Helaire. Out to 45. Jamie?
Gary, this is just something I wanted you to keep an eye on. Coach O told me Jamar Chase, anytime we see him in a one-on-one situation, Joe Burrow is going to have his eyes on him in this offense.
I don't blame him.
There's number 1. The sophomore out of Metairie, Louisiana. 2nd and 6. Burrow scans the field, tried to go over the middle, and it knocked down by Jamie and Sherwood.
And if it not been knocked down, Edwards-Helaire was inside for a big play.
It's our first half game trends. There's what Gary was talking about, over 200 and a touchdown. Bo Nix kept in check to that interception to Derek Stingley at the end of the half. Burrow, that's a tough throw.
Good defense.
Good defense by Jamie and Sherwood again, this time in coverage.
Yes, that time trying to stick that ball in between the zone. Not a lot of zone you get from Auburn. They usually play man-to-man, but this time coming in on the square end, number 9 is sitting right there, and he gets a piece of it. Follow the eyes to the receiver, and love how Marshall gets up and gets off the field. That's some good zone defense right there.
And it forces a punt from Zach Von Rosenberg. As you look behind him, Christian Tutt waits down on the other end. High, lazy kick. Tutt makes a catch around the 21-yard line. So just a minute into the third quarter, and the Auburn Tigers on offense when we return. Jamie and Sherwood, Gary's broken up 4 passes on the year. The last one, maybe the biggest one of the season.
Right before the hit on 2nd down, he's going to be blitzing because Edwards-Helaire gets inside. Watch him knock the ball down. Edwards-Helaire had about 20 yards of space. He had gotten inside of Dinson, number 20. Would have been a huge play.
Here's a big play by DJ Williams. Williams, the freshman, in a foot race. Won it. No. Is he out? I thought he scored. The official was saying he stepped out of bounds.
One step, gets around, and Spencer Nye gets a good, nice blocking all around the left side. Marcel Harrell, number 77, gets his block, and right to the 9-yard line. Big plays. Just barely stepped out. Delphin saves a touchdown.
70-yard run. Remember, he had the big one right before halftime, before they took the shot at the end zone, so he's well over
100 yards rushing. And it's 1st and goal. He's under center and gives it to Williams. And he only got about a yard that time. Michael Divinity, one of the first guys there. Second and goal.
I think they should bring in Gatewood. When are they going to do them? They are going to bring in Gatewood.
Comes number 1.
Yep.
He wanted to come in earlier. His coach pulled him back. He's in there now.
Now you got to believe LSU is thinking run. Could you cross them up with a pass play here? It'd be gutsy.
Gatewood with the run. And got to the 5, or very close to it.
As he told Jamie at halftime, we came here to win. We threw it up. Didn't work. We're playing well, playing good defense. Let's see what Gus has dialed next.
Gatewood comes out. Nix comes back in.
Boy, there's a lot of substituting going on here.
There's people all over the place. Divinity just got off the field barely. Meanwhile, 2nd and goal just outside the 5. Williams and Nix in the Auburn backfield. Nix to throw all the way. Overshot his intended receiver in the corner, Seth Williams. Christian Fulton.
You've got to take 3 points here. Had 3 chances on it. You got to get some points out of the big run. Going to the sideline. Good coverage that time by Christian Fulton. Ball not catchable.
Another short field goal upcoming.
There's a good stop by that LSU defense.
Carlson hit from 30 earlier. This will be a 23-yard attempt. Right down the middle for Anders Carlson. So the big run by DJ Williams got him close. LSU's defense stiffens, though. 13-10 Auburn. Auburn Tigers in front after a 73-yard drive and 5 plays. 70 of that was on one run by DJ Williams. And Anders Carlson, who hit the field goal, set to kick away. Edwards-Helaire already called for the fair catch at the goal line, so LSU's Tigers come out offensively at the 25-yard line. Edwards-Helaire again a 10-yard, 11-yard run, and he's still going. Oh, he's a tough dude.
He is. I think it was Thaddeus Moss that time. Number 81 is a guy that gets a good pin block at the end of the line of scrimmage and gets Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Everybody started kind of thinking he's down, including LSU, and he gets a few more yards.
Edwards-Helaire, nice move.
When we were talking to Kevin Steele last night, Brad, he mentioned an interesting thing about his linebackers and safeties. He said he'll be happy with the linebackers and safeties if they make no tackles at the line of scrimmage. He'd rather have them make them 3 yards downfield. He wants to slow play the run and think pass.
Burrow to pass here, completes it. It's a first down. Jamal Chase. Well, for Chase, that's his 6th catch of the day.
But he had to work at it. He had to come back. He beat Roger McCreary. It was a tough throw. He had to come back and catch it. Good execution by everyone on that play.
Burrow to throw again. Deep sideline. Got it. Chase in stride. Down to the 6.
Well, when you get information like Jamie relayed to us, anytime it's one-on-one, we're going to throw it to number 1. That's what he did, and you can't throw it any better than that.
46-yard strike, 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire got about 1.5 of it. Well, he's still going now, but they had blown it dead at around the 2-yard line, I think.
See, the reason I'm not thrilled with that pushing and pulling the running back in is now there's design plays to do this. And it can lead to an injured player being hung up and getting people hit and hits on a player. That's forward progress. The whistle should be blown. It's unnecessary to take hits after that.
Joe Burrow trying to do it himself, doesn't get there. Got to the 1 or maybe inside. Chandler Wooten made the tackle.
Every yard against this Auburn defense is tough. The stand-up, Thaddeus Moss, number 55, T.J. Moultrie does a good job of standing him up, and then the rush comes in to take him.
And they're going to stop Edwards-Helaire again on 3rd and goal.
Wow. Nothing. You got a defense, you play defense, and you play it soundly.
Daniel Thomas from that safety spot.
Absolutely. Stayed outside, kept his leverage, then came inside to make the hit. Beautiful job.
LSU going for it on 4th and goal. 4 wide receivers, at least 3, and Edwards-Helaire up on top. Here comes Edwards-Helaire across. Joe Burrow, the screen, and he's not going to get there. Jamar Chase dropped at the 1.
What a goal line stand for Auburn.
Igbenogany made the play.
I think the way this Auburn offense has been struggling, except for the long run, I think Ed O said, let's try it. They're going to give the defense, and it's still 99 yards away. Interesting call. You get the motion, and then you throw the slant to the outside. Not enough blocking. And that veteran defense cleans it up.
As Gary said, though, the good news is you made the stop. The bad news is you're standing in your own end zone if you're Auburn.
But the good news is the scoreboard didn't change. There's 3 ways to look at it,
That's right? Nix, quick throw and catch out to the 6. And that was J.J. Wilson, the tight end, H-back.
Well, as you said, same thing on 2 for this Auburn offense. And Gus Malzahn says, Bo, I can't hide you here. We're not going to be able to run the ball to the end zone. You're going to have to step up and make the plays. And he did on 1st down.
Auburn with the lead at the 6:15 mark of the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 6. Nix, a quick throw from his own goal line, in and out of the hands of Sal Cannella. And Grant Delpit, who else making the play defensively?
We haven't called Delpit's name a lot because it hasn't been a lot of plays in the middle of the field in the passing game. Again, ball thrown slightly behind, and Delpit's able to clean it up. 3rd and medium. This is where it gets hazy and tough calling plays with your young quarterback in the game. A mistake here could cost you a touchdown.
LSU trying to switch bodies. Stingley out one way, Stevens to the other now. And Nix going right back to the slant and too high and too behind Seth Williams.
Derek Stingley always lines up to the offense's left. But this time, since the receiver moves, he's sticking with number 18. His job is to go with the snap. He goes, actually the shift after it a little earlier than I drew it up. He was on the right side, he shifted to the left side, and was there for the play.
And now Derek drops back around midfield, awaiting Sippo's punt. Again, he has to do it with his feet almost at the back line. Last time they backed out of it. This time they do as well.
Got some space.
Stingley trying to track it down at the 48. And hit as he got to the 46, maybe.
Good coverage.
Here's Edwards-Helaire, open field. Down to the 21-yard line.
Well, Daniel Thomas is able to wrap him up, but not before Edwards-Helaire on the screen pass. Running behind Sadiq Charles' good block on the end man of the line of scrimmage with a bust-out play.
They spotted at the 23 after a 22-yard gain, and here comes number 22 again. Edwards-Helaire, another 1st down run.
Tell you, this guy is something. He shakes and bakes. He's quick when he has to. He finds his hole, and then he goes north and south for the positive gain.
Back-to-back runs for the junior out of Baton Rouge, playing right here in his hometown and heading toward the 6-yard line. Again, the can get a first down around the 1. Second down and 5 at the 5-minute mark of the 3rd. Joe Burrow gets it to Edwards-Helaire again, and he's in. Touchdown, LSU.
How about that drive? The pass-happy LSU team takes it right down the middle. Good blocks again. I tell you, that whole drive, Sadiq Charles, number 77, has had a good drive. Put that on his highlight film against this good Auburn defensive line.
Extra point by Cade York. And there was a bad hold or a bad snap and a missed extra point.
Big point, huh?
You're not kidding. It's a 3-point game now. But with 4:58 remaining, a 4-yard, 44-yard drive, all done by number 22, and he gets it in the end zone for the Tigers. They're back in front. Edwards-Helaire capped off a 4-play drive that he did all by his lonesome. 6-yard scoring run to give his team the lead. But remember, a missed extra point could loom large. Auburn will start at the 25. And they only got about 3 yards on DJ Williams' run. DJ Williams, Edgerton James' nephew. So that's good bloodlines as far as running backs.
I would say so.
Boobie Whitlow comes in. He's only played a couple of snaps, both in the Wildcat, and that's where he's lined up here again. Schwartz on the move. Whitlow fakes it to him. Runs into traffic and maybe spun out of there for a yard or 2.
Well, with the unbalanced line and the Wildcat, you got an extra tackle, and then you pull your guard around, means you have 5 offensive linemen to the right side, and LSU mans up and stops it.
They're going to keep Whitlow in there. They look a little confused right now, the Auburn offense. Now Nix is back in at quarterback. Trying to get everybody lined up here. And they do. 3rd down and 6. Here comes Divinity. Down goes Nix.
It's the first time Dave Aranda has brought the 3rd down blitz, all-out blitz this time on 3rd and medium. And it was a stunt from the middle. Divinity usually lines up as an end, but not this time. He sneaks around and comes in the back door. He lines up over the guard, and then he sneaks around the stunt to get the snap. Very well-designed blitz by the defensive coordinator for LSU.
Divinity being healthy has been huge for the LSU offense. He's getting better every week.
And again, plays are mounting up for the Auburn defense.
High snap. Sipos again handles the high snap, gets the kick away. Stingley takes a fair catch around the 32. So with 2:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter, LSU's got the ball back. Joe Burrow steps up in the pocket, has to throw quickly. The heat was coming. He got it to Thaddeus Moss.
He tried to move up in the pocket, as Brad said, but there was a crowd. So what does he do? Instead of ducking his eyes, he looks up one more time and finds the outlet for the big play.
2nd down and 8. Edwards-Helaire evaded by ducking the first guy.
We got a matching of wits here. Kevin Steele comes with the blitz from the backside. Smoke Monday times it out, reads the snap count, and hits it full speed to block it. There's Kevin, got as much experience as anyone.
3rd down and 8. Empty backfield.
What did he tell us last night? This is just fun, right? This is just
This is
fun.
what you coach for.
Yes.
And the players thinking this is why you play top 10 football in the SEC. Burrow taking his time. Clock winds down to 5. And we get the snap away. Burrow again Trying to run away from trouble, trying to get to the first down and got there. Derek Brown brought him down. Two of the best players on the field just had a little collision at the end there.
And he knew exactly what he needed to do to get the first down. Gets out of the pocket, turns upfield, and then says first down.
And now they go back to number 22, Edwards-Helaire.
I know our own Rick Neuheisel compared Joe Burrow to Tom Brady, and I do think there is a lot of leadership similarities in the way he throws the ball. I think Burrow's a little better athlete than Tom is. I remember covering Tom. I don't remember Tom doing the run plays like that at Michigan in the day.
Well, Joe's 21 and Tom's not.
No, but I mean when he was 21.
Burrow down the middle, wide open. Justin Jefferson to the 30.
Well, the bunch formation finally confused this Auburn defense. You come right across, the bunch got it, miss. Everybody's trying to cover someone else, and nobody covers Jefferson.
What did Kevin Steele tell us yesterday? Number 2 is
his
Joe Burrow's pacifier.
Yes.
And now they go back to Edwards-Helaire for 3 more on the ground, as that might be the final play of the third quarter. Joe Burrow's numbers starting to rack up. 29 of 37, over 300 and a touchdown. And he's holding up 4 fingers, meaning we get through this next quarter and we're 8-0.
Well, remember last year he produced 10 points in the fourth quarter to actually establish him as the leader of this football team.
Well, 102,000 raised their 4 fingers up as well as we played 3. LSU 16, Auburn 13. We'll return to Baton Rouge right after this message and a word from your local station. Back at Tiger Stadium. The SEC on CBS goes to the fourth quarter with the number 2 LSU Tigers leading number 9 Auburn 16-13. LSU has done a great job in fourth quarters the last 2 years, including a kick that won it and the final seconds a year ago at Jordan-Hare. 2nd down and 7 here.
That long touchdown pass to Derek Dillon and then the field goal kick to steal it.
That's right. Burrow threw that pass. Throws short here. Nice snatch. Same word. Well, you know, great defense on both sides, but in this day and age, you better be able to throw it. LSU right now can, and Auburn can.
Yeah, I'm looking over here. What is it? 8 for 23, Bo Nix is in his football game. We said, can they give some help to this Auburn defense? They have not been able to.
And Edwards-Helaire has been the workhorse on the ground for the Tigers of LSU.
And it's still
first down.
And Brad is trending still to a 92 or 3 play game for this Auburn defense. They are running out of gas.
Edwards-Helaire, little sidestep. Another tough move for 3 more as he approaches and maybe surpassed 100 yards rushing with that carry. He's close.
Derek Brown is a warrior out there. He's barely able to get up off of his knees after a play. He lines up and does it again.
Edwards-Helaire, 19 carries, 101 yards. Here's a quick throw to Thaddeus Moss. Broke 1 tackle with a stiff arm. Moss dives to the 7. Igbenogany holding on for dear life.
Yep, good quick play. You got a defense that is tiring. Snap the ball, get it to the edge, but 3rd and short, and
3rd down and 2. At the 7, empty backfield. Will Joe Burrow run this?
He's got a run box. Only 4 in there, 5 blockers.
He will, and he's going to score. Touchdown, LSU.
Yeah, you've got the numbers. You've got a run box. You count the number of players that the offensive line has to block, and you have the option. There's only 4. Britt is kind of playing with them. He doesn't believe he's going to stay there. He doesn't. He gets out and walks in.
Extra point upcoming. Cade York. The last one was a bad snap or a hold, or maybe both. Bottoms up. Snaps clean, so is the hold. and so is the kick.
Makes it a 10-point game.
And now we got some shenanigans going on again down on the field. Blake Ferguson, the snapper's involved. Marlon Davidson is involved. But basically, Joe Burrow is sitting there cool and calm and collected because he capped a 67-yard drive in 11 plays with his own number. His third rushing touchdown of the year, and his dad, Jimmy, and Robin, his mom, said, yep, that's our kid. Joe Burrow's touchdown run, the 10th of his career, has given a 10-point lead to his LSU Tigers. And look who he ties, his offensive coordinator. Steve Ensminger calling the shots.
Steve does not get enough credit for what he provides this program. The best thing he provides is his head coach, Ed Orgeron, trusts him. He trusts how he can work with Joe Brady, and he just works with all of the staff. It's very smooth, no big egos.
Igbenogany will bring this one from the goal line. Got to the edge. Igbenogany, nice run back. All the way out to the 40, and flags fly, and this thing's going out over midfield when it's all said and done.
Igbenogany, a sprinter himself, maybe the fastest player on this Auburn team, gives this Auburn offense some room and some hope.
During the return, holding, turn team number 32. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, number 33. 15 yards, first down.
And now it's time for Auburn, and their last three drives have been 3 and out, and they can't afford that anymore. Nix looked over the middle, now being chased by Fehoko, and he's just got to launch it downfield. It's caught by Williams. I thought he was throwing it away.
What a play. Well, that one, number 18 won the battle, didn't he? And that's why Gus Malzahn threw the one at the end of the half. Because that's what Seth Williams does sometimes. I thought he was throwing it in the bench.
So did I. Seth Williams said before it hits the bench, I'm going to try to grab this thing. Now a 2-yard gain on the inside.
Again, a field goal puts the pressure on LSU. Still time. I just wonder if Bo Nix was out of bounds before he threw the ball. Nope, he jumped in the air. Yep.
Little jump pass and a jump catch at the end. 33-yard pickups. Eric Monroe takes his spot on the secondary as Nix throws incomplete, intended for Williams again, but that one did get to the bench. And we're at 4:43 remaining.
Stingley Jr. on the coverage.
Third down and 24.
Yeah, I don't think you have any choice here. If you pick up enough yardage to kick a field goal, otherwise it's 4 downs.
Nix thought he was going to run for a minute, throws late, throws incomplete, intended for J.J. Wilson.
Well, I was thinking the only chance, is throw the ball downfield. Bo Nix does a good job. Dave Aranda continues to bring pressure all this game. Lets Bo Nix see it, comes out of it on the run, throws it, but not quite accurate enough. Again, he had him open. And that's what I thought. Maybe they could get it down far enough where they could try a long field goal, but nope, couldn't do it.
So the punting unit on again. Aaron Sipos has been a busy punter today for Auburn.
I definitely would punt here. They're not going to pick up 3rd and 24. Maybe LSU fumbles it. Maybe there's a penalty or something.
Stingley calls for the fair catch and lets it go. And it'll be all the way down to the 4.
Yeah, your only chance here is to get a 3 and out, score quickly, an onside kick.
So that's what we've got that we're looking at with 4:26 remaining. Each team with 2 timeouts. Joe Burrow today has picked up his 8th career 300-plus passing game and his 11th straight game with at least 20 completions.
Yeah, that's amazing because that is an LSU record. The old record was 3 games in a row.
He's standing in his own end zone right now as they start from the 4. Edwards-Helaire with him, gets the carry, and ooh, did he get popped by K.J. Britt again.
K.J. Britt, we saw him beat for a touchdown against Florida, but boy, is he going to be a linebacker in his day. As he grows up and in the box already, he is a handful. Man. In tight quarters, he can hit.
No gain on that one. 2nd down and 10, but we're under 4 minutes. Joe Burrow taking his time.
Yep, snap it under 5.
Using every second. Edwards-Helaire just into the middle of the
now
pile.
You got to use your timeout. See if Gus does. He did.
He did. They're down to 1. 3rd down and 9. Burrow's going to run it himself. Got it out around the 9-yard line. And 4th down.
Listen, this is the way you have to play it. You might get a bad snap, block the punt, whatever.
Jamie might have an update on Delpit, I think. Jamie?
He's doing his best to try to get back in this game. He looks like he's in a ton of pain. It is that left ankle. They tried to tape it and retape it a couple of times. It looks like he's going to take a jog either into the locker room or down the sideline to warm up. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing right now.
He wears that basically famous 7 that so many other players that have played here before him.
Yeah.
Teron Matthews, Patrick Peterson's, Von Rosenberg came after him a little bit. And it's going to be around the 48-yard line, I think, where the line of scrimmage. Actually caught it out of bounds.
I don't know if you can have a quarterback go 12 for 33 and expect to win.
They marked it at the 49. No timeouts remaining for Auburn. Nix throws calmly over the middle to Schwartz. Schwartz trying to get to the edge, run out of bounds by Queen, but he did get a 1st down.
So right now, if I'm on the bench for Auburn, I'm reminding my field goal team, be ready. Because we do not have timeouts. We may just have to kick it at any time if we don't get the touchdown.
They go back to DJ Williams, only a couple yards there, and that'll work it down into 3 minutes.
Interesting call there. I thought they'd all be in the air from here on in.
Nix on 2nd and 8. Looks left, goes left. Back shoulder throw to Williams. Got it to him.
And remember, if I was Gus Malzahn, I would have reminded Bo Nix, you did it before. You have some history with this. Just do what you did. Relax and do what you did against Oregon.
1st and 10 from the 20. Nix looks that way again, goes to the end zone. Broken up, flags down though, and Stingley down as well. Be the 2nd starter in the secondary shaken up for LSU here in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think Eric Monroe ran into Stingley on the play, didn't he? He came across and broke up the play, and he also wipes out Stingley.
Pass interference, defense number 24. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
His left hand, I guess, was holding on the play. Didn't see it from that look.
Then he got hit by his own teammate on the side of the face, it looks like. Well, with Stingley out, it's another true freshman in there to take a spot. Jay Ward on that corner. 1st and goal, Auburn at the 5. Nix, the slant, Williams, touchdown against Jay Ward.
Boy, has Seth Williams stepped up here? And Bo Nix having bad stats all game, but keeps his team in it. 2:32 in the game, no timeouts.
Nix just looks at him the whole way, throws the quick slant to number 18, touchdown. 8th of the year for Seth Williams. Extra point by Anders Carlson coming up. Up and good.
So, Brad, we got about 150 seconds left in this football game and no timeouts. 40 seconds on the clock means you're going to blow 120 seconds if you kick it to Auburn. I think they have to go onside kick here.
Now we got cross kickers here, Carlson and Ledbetter. Who's going to kick it? To the left side, a big hop, and almost recovered by Auburn, but I think it's Derek Dillon on the bottom of the pile. Let's wait and see. Or maybe Stephon Sullivan.
I thought it was Dillon, number 19. I thought you had that right, and then Sullivan comes on the end.
They're both down there.
Yeah, jumps on top of him.
It's Dillon, with Sullivan covering him just for good measure.
On the play, Daniel Thomas, number 24, gets his hand on the ball and pokes it free, and then Dillon saves the day.
It was actually, you couldn't kick it any better.
And absolutely not.
So first down at the 48 for LSU, and Auburn can't stop it.
They'll get the ball right around 25 seconds. They don't have to run another play now.
Edward Zealer, they go right back to him.
They actually got another down. They could just take knees and end the football game right now.
At the 44, the clock in LSU's favor. Second down at 14.
See, by getting the penalty, they actually gained one more 40 seconds on the play.
And again, Burrow just standing still. Ian Elair. As they work the clock down to 2. And Edwards Elair will be stopped for a yard loss. And bring up third down at 15. And now we got a lineman for LSU down. KJ Britt helps him up. That was ridiculous.
Well,
under a minute.
If you would have told me that Auburn could hold LSU to 23 points, I would have thought they could win this football game.
I would too. I was going to say about 4 hours ago to you, if they could hold them a half of what their 50 points a game is, that they got a great shot, but it's not going to be enough. 9th time the Tigers have opened a season 7-0. This will be the 10th. Bo Nix rushed for a touchdown, but the throwing part of things just didn't go well.
He did, but at the end, he showed us something again. You know, on that last drive, he showed why he was so highly recruited and why they're just going to have to be patient, Auburn fans. It doesn't happen overnight.
Joe Burrow takes a knee. LSU is 8-0, and they move to the top of the class in the SEC West, along with Alabama at 4-0. And 2 weeks hence, guess who they play in Tuscaloosa? You got it. Heck of a Tiger fight. A lot of fur flying today in Baton Rouge. 23-20. So the standings, as I just said, look like this. Winning coaches with Jamie.
Coach, you got a big smile on your face. Is it because of Joe Burrow or Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
I'm just so fired about our football team. Give credit to Auburn. They're a heck of a team. This is a classic battle. We won the football game. Focus on winning the game. Great team win. So proud of our defense.
Is this team where it needs to be to face a #1 Alabama team in 2 weeks?
Well, we're fixing to find out. 2 weeks, I'll tell you that. We're going to have an open date. We're going to enjoy this victory, go out and do some recruiting, and get ready for it.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you. Go Tigers.
Well, they did go again. To 8-0, that is. Eric Stingley looks like he's okay after being shaken up a couple of drives ago. It's going to wrap it up from Death Valley. Really good game between two very, very good teams. But the #2 team in the country wins it by 3. For Gary Danielson, Jamie Erdahl, Brad Nessler, saying so long from Baton Rouge. Final score 23-20, the LSU Tigers. The college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage is up
after these messages. So long from Death Valley.